Hi everyone. I just wanted to get on and talk about health and when things go wrong or maybe wrong is a strong word, but when things are not, our body's not functioning at its prime. For whatever reason it could be, I definitely have a lot of friends or several friends going through some tough health things lately, like cancer and baby loss and different things like that. But I also wanted to come on and talk about my health. And some of you have heard me talk about just having to step back over the past summer and spring to kind of figure out what was going on in my body. So I want to talk about that and like self-advocacy and continuing to move forward and do what it takes for our bodies or for our health and not just taking like there's nothing wrong with you, everything looks fine for an answer when you know that maybe it's not fine. So anyway, last spring, so about a year ago, I started feeling extremely tired and fatigued. Tired isn't really the right word because I was really fatigued. Any of you ladies who have been pregnant before know that like early pregnancy, super fatigued, tired feeling. And it was like that, but worse. And I had already been working on hormones, or I thought some of these symptoms that I had, which I already had, I thought they were related to hormones. And in fact, I even went down to a doctor in Albuquerque and saw him and got on some plant-based hormone therapy. Some of you might have heard of bioidentical hormones. And that was really helping me for a while. And then it just kind of, even though it was maybe still helping with some hormone imbalance, it wasn't helping anymore with like the extreme fatigue. Like I said, it was getting worse. And not only that, but I was having some areas of neuropathy, like on my thigh and on my feet, occasional mild joint pain. And I'm not gonna say that that was bad because people that have rheumatoid arthritis or other conditions deal with severe joint pain. It wasn't that with me. It was just like an achiness, but it's not typical of me and something I dealt with before. I was having like racing heart episodes, like several every hour. When it first began, it was like a couple a day, and then I'd have several every hour by the time, this last spring and early summer rolled around. And then those of you that know me know I love the sun. And I started breaking out in rashes from the sun, mostly on my chest and my arms. And I really thought it was hormone related because I had broken out in hives before from the sun when I was pregnant. And we all, we know that our progesterone increases when we're pregnant. So I thought, oh, it's the progesterone that I'm taking to help balance my hormones. So I quit taking that. But that didn't help. So anyway, then I thought maybe it's my thyroid. So I kept researching, and then I was getting blood work done and I was told everything looks normal. You should be fine. And I knew that what I was dealing with wasn't normal. And I mean, the other symptoms like the heart thing and the sun rash and the neuropathy and some of the achy joints were bothersome. But the fatigue was like debilitating. It was running my life. In all honesty, I could barely get through the day. And you can imagine that people that deal with that, like it's no fun. It affects your relationships, all around you. Plus if you work, it's like, as a mom, cooking dinner, cleaning the house, getting all those just like daily tasks done, plus teaching part-time like I do, that was about all I could handle. So anyway, needless to say, I wasn't going to give up. So I ended up finding a doctor of osteopathy and functional medicine who had helped some other friends of mine, and went to see her. And she took a look at some of the blood work I'd already done and listened to my symptoms and sat with me. And I mean, I now the doctor I saw in Albuquerque with my hormone stuff, he was amazing too. I'm not going to say he wasn't, because he was fantastic. He spent a lot of time with me. And then if you're in the area, I would highly recommend seeing him. But she was like that too. She spent incredible amounts of time with me, just asking questions, being really thorough on what are all my symptoms, when did they start, what is history, family history, what are my concerns that I want to deal with right away. Looked at some of the blood work I'd already had done and started talking to me about lupus. Well, those of you who know me know my sister has lupus. My sister was also diagnosed with fibromyalgia at 17, and so autoimmune is something that my sister was dealing with. But I truthfully was like, it's not me. I don't have that. Like I'm fine. Like I think I'm just out of balance. So anyway, she pushed a little bit more and she said, well, it tends to run in families. And your symptoms really indicate that you have it. So I want to run a test. So we ran a screen for it, and sure enough, it came back positive. Fortunately for me, my inflammation numbers were really low, like really no inflammation in my body. So that part was good. So she dug deep with me on that, so we set up a plan, kind of like, how can I manage this? Because I did not want to be spending my life on immune suppressants. Everybody needs to make what choice is best for them and their health, and I respect that, but that isn't something that I wanted to do. I want to support my immune system without suppressing it to try to trick it into something else. So I have been taking it's a compounded medication that has helped me a lot. But needless to say, that's not my only answer. So we were also digging deep for other things going on. So I did a urine analysis and some other blood work to find out, like, my body does not use or absorb and utilize any B vitamins the way they're supposed to. So, and I literally had like no B2 in my body, which is also huge for energy and fatigue. So I kind of was hit with multiple things, as well as we learned I had a systemic candida overgrowth, which I already suspected. And that test showed that it really indeed was in my blood and through my system. So I did a lot of work there. I'm still working on things. And so basically my reason in sharing this is that I wanted to let everyone know that if you are dealing with symptoms for whatever reason it could be like autoimmune issues like I have and so many other people have these days. I have just in my own extended family on both my side and my husband's side, like multiple people with autoimmune issues. So that is a tragedy in and of itself. For whatever reason, we have all of this going on in our nation anymore. But don't take, oh, everything looks fine for an answer. And if you're trying something and it's not working, don't give up. Like, keep looking. And like I said, I'm still looking. I still have improvements that need to be done, but I've improved a lot over the last year. And I'm really grateful that I didn't just take, oh, everything looks fine. Like, you must be crazy for an answer. So if you can take away anything, or if you have any questions for me, just on like how all the different things that maybe I'm doing. I'm going to do Wellness Wednesdays, and I'm going to talk about things that I do for my health. And I don't live like a perfect, like organic, all of like everything like that life by any means. Like, I want to live my life. But I do want to take care of this body that I have and be able to use it and be able to serve my family and my friends and the people around me, and not just be like, hanging out on the couch all day because I can barely move because I'm so fatigued. So needless to say, I am going to share with you some of the things that I do for my health and things that have been working. And then, things that I start exploring to continue trying, I'll share those with you as well. But don't give up. If you have health issues, it's not the end of the world, but find out what's going on and don't take no for an answer. Hope you all have a great day.